Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'd like to talk about some of the frequently asked questions regarding registering a company in China as a foreigner. If you go to our website, 3wjrnfirm.com, there is a resources section. If you go into that section, you will find a lot of articles that we published regarding doing business in China and Hong Kong and many other countries. So I encourage you to check out our website. So let's dive in. Some of the frequently asked questions regarding doing business in China is actually related to the cost of registering a company. So how much does it cost? If you're planning to register an LTD company, simple LTD company, and you're one person, you don't have a supervisor, let's assume you're a freelancer, you want to start this business, it's going to cost you, if you hire an agency, it's going to cost you approximately 5,000 to 6,000 yuan. That is the basic package, okay? That is just company registration and assisting you to open your company bank account, and maybe if you're doing trade, assisting you to get this electronic port. However, this basic package is not going to include company's address, company accounting, obviously, and many other important things. So depending on what you want, what kind of items you want to include, prices vary, okay? It starts from 5,000 yuan and then upwards. We are in China, so please don't ask me how much it is in dollars because I cannot convert it. And basically, depending on when you watch this, the rate between dollar and RMB might change. So yeah, whenever you watch this video, you can quickly Google, okay? And by that time, maybe the prices change. But today, 7th of July, 2024, okay, it starts from 5,000 yuan and upwards. Most practical package is going to cost you approximately 15,000 yuan. Okay, that includes the most basic things that a company needs to be active. Okay, 15,000 yuan approximately. In our company, the prices go up to 65, 70,000 yuan. That depends on the type of company, type of services you're looking for, and many other elements. Some people want to structure their company a little bit complex based on their needs for lowering the taxes, for example. They might have some company in the US or in Hong Kong or Singapore. They want to include all of that in the structure, so obviously the prices change. Or some businesses, they need special licenses. Special licenses, of course, they're going to cost more. We get questions quite often like that. For example, they say, oh, I want to register a company and I want to export food and beverage products to China, okay, from my country. Or I want to export coffee beans. Or sometimes we get this question, I want to export from China, let's say chemicals and medical products, and at the same time, I want to be able to import food and beverage products into China. So yeah, these are really great ambitions, okay? Ambitious plans and everything, that's great. However, you need to calculate your costs accordingly. Like I said, food and beverage license, this is a special license. You need a special license for it. Medical equipment, chemicals sometimes, if they are dangerous chemicals, you need special licenses. And related to this situation, sometimes people ask, where can I get the list of products which are considered special in Chinese customs database? Unfortunately, I keep telling this over and over again. That's impossible. There is no one platform where you can check special products which are considered special and you need to apply for a special permit. There's no one platform. We are trying to do that, by creating these videos, sometimes writing articles. You can check our website, but I can tell you, in Chinese government, there's no one platform where you can go and check all the special products. Okay, so moving on. The cost, once again, 5,000 to 15,000 is the basic package. Just to include to that, if you want to do it yourself, obviously, It's not going to cost anything. I told this many times over before. So it's not like you have to hire an agency. Just like in any country, okay, including China, you do company registration by yourself. You just pay some minor fees to the government, for example, making your stamp, or sometimes, printing that license. Sometimes it costs in some regions. In Shanghai, it's free, for example, provided you speak Chinese. And of course, if you're willing to go through all these problems yourself without making any mistakes. Believe me, there are so many clients who wanted to do the whole process themselves, but ended up making a lot of mistakes, ended up wasting a lot of time, and they start, like, for example, in January, and by mid-June, they call us and say, oh, can you help me with this and that? Because I started that, I'm stuck here. So that's the situation. If you do it yourself, there's a lot of things that you have to go through. So if you decide to hire an agency, give us a call. Next question we get quite often is, do I need an office to register a company in China? The answer, again, depends on the location of the company. If you are registering the company in Shanghai, for example, you don't need a physical office space just to register the company. No need. But let's go to another city, which is Yiwu in Zhejiang province. In Yiwu, you need a physical office space to register a company, because you cannot use, special address services. It doesn't exist to my knowledge. In Shanghai, we can provide you this quote-unquote registered address of the company. That is an address. It's not an office that you can go and sit and work, okay, or put your employees there. It's not an office. It's just address to register the company. We can do that in Shanghai. In Yiwu, you cannot. Or in Guangzhou, that's, again, yes and no. There are some agencies which provide this kind of special address that you can register your company. And that's it. This is for people who want to run the company from distance, or who are not interested in sitting in office and then working, okay? So that's a solution to register the company. Use this address and just get the license, open a bank account, and that's it. But if you need an office, obviously, logically, if you think about it, if you need an office to sit and work, obviously you need. And related to this question, sometimes people ask, well, I want to rent an apartment and then register my company there. I want to minimize the costs. Unfortunately, that's not possible in China. In China, company registrar, if you go there, they will not let you to register your company if it's a residential building, meaning your apartment. That's not allowed. And above everything, actually, if you're renting an apartment, let's assume for argument's sake that your company registrar doesn't mind, okay? You need to speak to the landlord. The landlord should be willing to cooperate with you, all right, to register the company in that apartment. There are some special apartments in Shanghai. I mentioned this before. Those special buildings, actually, they are considered residential and commercial. Okay, in the freehold, you can see that it's mentioned there. It can be used for commercial purposes, and also this building can be used for residential purposes. So if you are renting such special building, apartment in such special building, you can register the company in the same address where you are living, because the building is residential and commercial. But like I said, you need to speak to the landlord. The landlord should be willing to cooperate. What does it mean? It means that they have to be willing to give you the papers, ownership papers, ownership documents, so that you take them to the company registrar. Okay, so this is how it works. That's the reason why I encourage, or I recommend, hire a specialist so that they can take care of the steps for you, okay, on your behalf. So in our case, we provide this special address, which is very stable. It doesn't change. It belongs to the economic zone that we cooperate with, and the company is registered there safely. And after that, you can, if you need, in case you need an office, then you can rent one. Okay, you can change office as frequently as you need. All right, so that's the situation. Depending on your specific needs, you can address this question. Do I need a diploma to register a company? A lot of people mistakenly understand that or confuse the requirements of the work permit and work visa with the company registration. Because for the work permit in China, you do need a diploma, a university degree, okay, in some places. Like for example, in the previous video, I mentioned that in Yiwu, even if you don't have an academic degree, you can still apply for a work permit. In Shanghai, the most standard way to apply for work permit is through your degree. All right. Of course, there are some other options for people without a degree, but still, it's the part of the work permit process, not the part of company registration process. For company registration, all you need is, if you're doing it from distance, all you need is the apostilled copy of your passport, okay? And if you have a supervisor in the company registering limited liability company, then you need to apostille the passport of your supervisor as well. You need to send those documents along with the Chinese translation, and then you can initiate the process from distance. However, if you're in China already and you want to start the process, all you need is to provide the copy of your passport. Same goes to your supervisor. That's it. You don't need a diploma to register a company in China. Only for registration, you don't need, okay? But of course, if you're interested in getting this work permit, yes, you do. It's better to have a diploma. If you don't, you can tell us there are many other options, okay, for people without academic degree. Next question. Can I apply for work visa in Hong Kong? That's a very frequently asked question. Sometimes people contact us and say, okay, I want to register a company in China, and then I want to apply for work visa in Hong Kong. I want to be based in Hong Kong. Unfortunately, that doesn't work like this, okay? Mainland China company is a separate company because mainland China is a separate jurisdiction from Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a separate jurisdiction. So if you're interested in applying for Hong Kong visa, you need to register a company in Hong Kong, and then to my knowledge, Hong Kong work visa is not easy. It's not as easy as the mainland one because, first of all, one of the hard requirements is in Hong Kong, you need to be able to demonstrate that you possess special skills. Okay, you are a special employee that cannot be easily replaced in Hong Kong. That's one major requirement. Another requirement is obviously you need to provide a degree, academic degree. And number three, of course, your company, even if this company, your company, that company should be able to demonstrate financial ability, substantial financial ability that it can hire and bring a foreign talent. That means paying, competitive salary to you, minimum salary, according to Hong Kong standards. If I'm not mistaken, that's approximately around 15,000 Hong Kong dollars a month, something like this. And then you have to be able to find an apartment in Hong Kong, obviously. That's a lot expensive than in Shanghai, for example. And of course, there is social security payments. That's approximately around 3,000 Hong Kong dollars a month. So as you can see, the whole process, it takes around 2 months if you do it non-stop, but still, the requirements are much stricter than in mainland China. In mainland China, you can actually register a company, single shareholder company. Of course, it's going to be unlimited liability, but still can be one person. And if you qualify, like academically and 2-year work experience, non-criminal background check, all these standard requirements, you can apply without showing or demonstrating any financial ability. So that's the difference here. Next question we get quite often is, how many people can I bring under my company? Okay, some people are like, again, having ambitious plans is great, okay? Well done, you have all these plans. But bringing a lot of people under your company comes with financial responsibilities, financial requirements towards your company. Naturally, you need to think about, like, you put yourself in the shoes of the immigration. Immigration office, what they want? They want fully functional company, and this fully functional company wants to bring one foreign employee. Of course, they want to see the company is able to pay them a salary. So how you demonstrate that? You show them bank statements, in and out, all the transactions, okay? If you are the company's director and company has not been active, like it's a new company, then initially they give you this work permit and residence permit in China on promise, okay? You promise them that the company will function. So assuming they will give you 6 months or 1 year visa, after that you go to the immigration to extend the visa, and obviously the immigration officer is going to ask you to show proof of business. If you cannot show proof of business, you can say goodbye to your visa. That's how it works, okay? So assume now, go back to the question. You bring 2 people, okay? Usually it's 2 people, the immigration gives the initial work permit on this promise, okay? If it's 3, then they would like to see some financial ability, even if the company has not worked. Usually this financial ability in the form of investment, okay? Why the 2 gets this free pass is because when you register this unlimited liability company, you have director and supervisor, these 2 separate individuals. You need to appoint. You can, if you are the owner of the company, you can be the director of the company, and then you can maybe help your friend and give your friend this supervisor position, for example. You too can enjoy this free pass in the beginning, okay? You can get your work permits and residence permit on promise. No need to invest in the beginning. But of course, after this, first visa expires, you need to go back to the immigration to extend. So at that point, you need to demonstrate the company can hold 2 foreign employees, not 1, 2. How you demonstrate? Logically, think. 2 people's monthly salary. 2 people's monthly salary should be enough for their rent, daily expenses, and everything. If it's not enough, of course, the immigration is not stupid. They will look at the transactions. If it doesn't make sense for the company to have 2 employees, then you will have a problem with your visa. That's how it works, guys. So now, naturally, you can make your calculations. If 2, 3, 4, 5 people, usually a lot of investment is required. Investment, and then, of course, the proof of the transactions. Some people, again, I don't know how they think such scenarios. Some people think that, okay, I will borrow the money, put it in the company, and then I withdraw the money. This kind of dodgy things, we don't recommend ever. Okay, actually, we don't take such clients. If you approach us with this kind of questions, I say, I'm sorry, we cannot take you as a client. The reason is, whatever you're planning is illegal. You borrow somebody, you borrow money from somebody and then put it in the company account and then withdraw. Withdrawing money from the company account without legal reasons, like salary or dividends, is illegal. So that's the situation. Next, again, one of the very frequently asked questions is, can you secure me a visa, or can you guarantee a work visa in China? So if you guarantee, I will start my process with you. Unfortunately, I say, no, we cannot guarantee anything. Like related to visa, no. Why? Because the visa application outcome, it belongs to the immigration office. Or if you are applying from your own country, it belongs to the embassy or consulate or visa center. There are, in some cases, for example, in India, the applications are taken by the visa center, not directly by the embassy or consulate of China. So, in any case, the application outcome belongs to these organizations, official organizations that belong to the Chinese government, right? Embassy, consulate, or they are affiliated offices. So, inside China, it's immigration office. If anybody tells you that they can guarantee you visa, they are lying or they're trying to take advantage of you. That's simple as that, okay? So in our case, what we guarantee, after we check out your documents and after we have confirmed with the bank that we can open a bank account for you, we guarantee that we successfully finish the company registration on like all the related items to make the company active, but not the visa. For visa, I repeatedly mentioned in this channel actually, for visa we have a partner company. That partner company is licensed by the immigration office in Shanghai. They take care of the assisting process. They don't guarantee. They don't guarantee you any work visa because they're not in the position. Okay, like I said, the decision, final decision, that comes from the immigration office. Even if your documents are perfect, I don't know how hard, it should not be so hard to understand this concept, right? Visa belongs to the immigration office, that's it. We cannot promise anything beyond that. Next thing, can I start a company in China as a student? There's a special video for it, but quickly, you can start a company as a student. However, it's not recommended. Why? Because the scenario goes like the typical scenario. You register a company, maybe you are doing your second year, right? You have one more year to go. So you register a company, and then while you're a student, you receive some orders through your company, the company is active, etc., right? When you graduate after 1 year, you want to apply to work visa through this company that you have opened. The immigration office is going to tell you that you opened this company when you are a student, and that's considered illegal work. I have seen this happen to several people. So therefore, I don't recommend. And you might say, okay, why then they allow us to register a company? No, because this is two separate organizations we're talking about. Two of them, they belong to the government, but there is no link between them. One is company registrar. It's a separate department. The second is the immigration, okay? So it's impossible for them to actually work together or all this data. It's too complicated because China is too big. Maybe in the future they somehow start working, but for now, you go to the company registrar, you can register your company. Like I said, the requirement is copy of your passport. That's it. If you're in China, obviously you're a student, so you can provide the copy of the passport. We can register the company. But when it comes to getting work visa through the company, after some time, then you will go to the immigration. The immigration obviously is going to tell you that no, that's not good. So you have been running this company for a year as a student, and that's not good for you. Okay, so that's considered illegal work. And even if you graduate from Chinese university, most likely you will get refused. And bad thing about getting refused for work visa in China is there's no appeal. You cannot appeal the decision. I have not heard any such cases where a person gets denied or refused and then later they appeal and win the case. That doesn't happen here. Next frequently asked question is, can I close my company, let's say after some time, without injecting the required capital? Yes, you can. That's very common scenario here, common situation, because according to the new policy, even according to the last situation, last policy, the injection time frame used to be 50 years, and now according to the new one is 5 years. So anyway, this is time frame. This time frame is for the companies, entrepreneurs, to test the market. Okay, you register a company, you have this 5-year time frame. You want to test the market, you want to make sure that this is for you. Okay, you want to be able to run this company, so 5-year is your time period, time frame. If you decide within this 5-year that this company is not for you or this market is not for you, then by all means, you can contact us. We will be able to assist you with company liquidation. Okay, of course, it's going to cost. And some people actually get surprised. Why are you charging it? Well, sometimes I really don't get this kind of logic, to be honest with you. Like, you are hiring a company to take care of the process for you. So naturally, you should expect there is some service fee, because we're not running a charity organization, right? Like I said, like many other things in China, you can do the process yourself. If you speak Chinese, you have assistants, etc., etc. Okay, maybe you have some local employees. You do the process yourself, and this way you just end up paying some government fees, if there are any. Then that will be it. But if you want to shorten the time spent, or if you want to speed up the process, then you can let us know. We can take care of the process professionally. All right. So with that said, I'm going to close this video. So once again, check our website regularly if you want to register a company or do business here. www.jrnfirm.com/blog. Okay, blog, blog. So you go there and then check the resources. Or if you just go to the website and click on resources button, you will see a lot of articles, okay, we publish. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.